I am now creating weekly exclusive content for Patreon, so if you are interested in that, go check out the link down below. And of course, if you want to avoid the random lottery of FIFA points, you want to go straight to the source, buy the players directly, use u7buy.com and use the code TVM at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another player review. 90 rated team of the season, Al Soma. This guy, of course, was released earlier today or earlier this evening as part of a League SBC, the Saudi League SBC. Maguire was released as well. I will get a review for him done. I've got him as well, but it's a lot harder to review defenders because the clips are just a lot shorter. And yeah, I just thought Al Soma might be a little more exciting to get out, really, and obviously would be a lot easier for me to do because goal scorers in general, if they're good anyway, you can get clips quite easily. And Al Soma is absolutely no exception whatsoever. This guy is pretty damn impressive, if I do say so myself. On paper, looks good. I wouldn't say looks amazing, but he does look good. 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot, high-low work rates. You cannot, or rather I cannot stress enough how good high-low work rates are on a striker. They are so good, especially when you've got relatively high attack positioning. I say relatively, 90 is high, and Al Soma has that. He's got good pace on him as well for a player of 6'3", high and average body type, so he's not going to really feel too meta because obviously he doesn't have great agility, balance, and he is already 6'3". So let's get into the real bulk of the stats. 89 across the board for pace, so acceleration and sprint speed. It's good. It's not amazing, but it's good. 95 finishing, 99 shot power. And again, I cannot stress enough how important shot power is in this iteration of FIFA. In real world football, I'm sure as other versions of FIFA, shot power is fairly important in the sense that if you can hit the target, but your ball can travel quicker than the goalkeeper can react to it, of course it's going to go in. But no more so in this FIFA than any other, because this FIFA, goalkeepers can be a little bit ridiculous. So, for example, Ter Stegen, I don't know what it is with that guy, but he saves everything. If you come up against any version of Ter Stegen, you are going to have problems scoring. They'll save some really random stuff. And Al Soma's shooting is very good. So long as you can hit the target with velocity, you should be fine because that shot power is crazy good. 90 long shots as well. You'll see evidence of him scoring goals outside the penalty area. Some of them a little bit more lofted than others. You'll know exactly what I mean when we get into the first bulk of the clips. And 99 strength as well as the stamina means that not only are you going to be able to just bump people off the ball. I mean, 6'3" with 99 strength. Balance is not great at 83 for someone of 6'3". Like if his balance was 83 and he was 5'9", it wouldn't be too much of a problem. But because he's 6'3", he's got a tipping point. You know what I mean? Like if someone goes in with a bit of strength and a bit of gusto, maybe at pace or whatever, you are going to struggle to keep Al Soma on his feet. Nothing you can do about it. It'll just be one of those things where he sort of just stumbles off it. But strength-wise, very good at leaning in, holding the ball up well. He's good at that, and on paper you wouldn't think any different. His passing is okay, can be used in an emergency, but I wouldn't necessarily suggest you try and recreate Barcelona from 2008 or anything. Were Barcelona like tick-attacker in 2008? I'm guessing so. I went back far enough there, I think. Yeah, that's just assume I did. Now, with that being said, of course, there are some drawbacks, as always with a review. So Al Soma's height can now and again cause problems, and that sort of it sort of translates into his dribbling, into his mobility. He's not going to feel super quick on the ball. So if you're picking this guy up thinking he's going to be the I wouldn't necessarily say I don't know how to explain this. So he is good on the ball. He's got mobility. He's got pace. He's got the left stick dribble to a degree. And sometimes he'll feel better than other times. It's a case of when you first start the game and he's got energy. I don't know why this is, but when you first start the game, in the first maybe 20-25 minutes, he's going to feel a lot more agile than he does going forward. And you might argue and maybe try and explain it away by, well, it's stamina. Obviously, the more tired you get, the less mobile you'll become. It's the same as what would happen in real life. You know, you'll be a lot less zippy toward half time and toward the back end of the game because you're just knackered. And yeah, I get it, but after the first 25-30 minutes, you just feel the sluggishness move into his game a little bit more, and that height seems to, and the body type seems to come into play. The balance, the agility not being as high as maybe you'd want it to, that kind of comes into it, right? So just bear in mind that he's not going to feel as good as he does in the first 20 minutes as he does in the rest of the game. When we talk about players like Aubameyang, Belotti and all the rest of it, they don't have that problem. They have relatively high, if not crazy good agility and pace. And Aubameyang is a very good example, and you'll probably hear me compare Aubameyang to an awful lot of players in the near future, because I'm using the team of the season Aubameyang at the moment, and he is absolutely incredible. So he's basically going to be the pillar of which I compare every other player to. You know, he's going to be one of those ones that I mention all the time. But he doesn't have that problem, and he has, you know, high stamina like Al Soma. So why is that the thing? I think it comes down to just agility and balance in general. I can't explain it out and outright, but in general, I think it does come down to, if you've got naturally high agility and balance, you'll feel better for longer, if that makes sense. But does that really matter too much? No, not really. This guy is absolutely insane. Heard me mention Belotti earlier. I think Belotti is one of, if not the best finisher in the game. This guy liked to bring his goalkeeper out, by the way, and I know a lot of these clips are from the same game, but you'll see that I have played the same amount of games with Al Soma as I do with every player, and you will see clips in just a second from other games as well. But I mean, this guy was very good at attacking, but he did like to bring his goalkeeper out an awful lot, and we did take advantage with clinical finishing from Al Soma and Laudrup in that sense, where we just lobbed and lobbed. He just loved to bring the goalkeeper out. He lunges in there. I don't know why his goalkeeper is being an absolute lemon, but yeah. Anyway, Belotti's finishing is some of the best in the game. You've heard me mention that before. Al Soma 100% rivals that card. Now, I'm talking about the 89 rated season objective Belotti, who is very, very good. However, Al Soma, like I said, does give him a nice run for his money. Both of those together in the same team, I would imagine, would score you at least 27 goals a game, because neither of them really miss. Now and again, you'll be like, oh my god, I actually missed. Like, that's the feeling you want from your strikers. Like, you shoot, and you're like, oh, wow, that didn't go in. You know, like, that is a genuine surprise that ball has not ended up in the back of the net. That is the mark of a true, fun, good quality striker, when you are shocked that you've missed. And that was happening with Al Soma, happens with Belotti, and you've guessed it, happens with Aubameyang as well. Hit the ball, doesn't go in, and you sit there 5 minutes in disbelief that you just didn't score. So in terms of the cons, there aren't many to speak of, right? So the only real sort of stat, well, no, it's not even a stat. It's the mobility. The mobility at times doesn't feel great. When you talk about L1 or LB dribble, so when you hold that down and you can sort of shimmy from side to side, almost shuffle to a degree, that feels good for the first 20 minutes. Then the more you progress, it just gets worse and worse, to the point where at halftime onwards, he's not very good at doing it at all. He feels quite heavy at times, and that's not a good thing. However, his finishing is still first class, second to none is what I was going to say. His skill moves, yeah, it would be nice if he had 4-star. It's not the end of the world. The biggest problem with this card, and it's something that no amount of attribute cards, chem styles, or contracts can fix, or fitness for that matter, it's the links. Getting this guy into a starting 11 is going to be near impossible unless you have plenty of Saudi League Team of the Season cards to accompany him. That is the only instance where I feel like you will be able to get him into a starting 11, unless, of course, you have icons as well. So icons and other Saudi League Team of the Season cards are going to be the only way you can work this guy in. Now, the other Saudi League Team of the Season cards are, obviously, some of them are good, but they're not going to be ones you're going to want to go out and buy. A lot of us won't know who they are, apart from, you know, the obvious, like Giovinco and stuff, but you'll probably still want to use your favourite cards and maybe your icons. If you can get him in, I would. But off the bench, this guy is going to have that Adama Traore effect. Now, what I mean by that is you are going to feel the impact. As soon as he comes on, the game is going to change, and it'll swing in your favour, so long as the game allows you to play the game, if you know what I mean. But his finishing is second to none. It is first class, 100% enjoyment here. I would give him higher overall, but that mobility can annoy you slightly. The fact that you can't fit him into a really good starting 11 is annoying. So I've bumped him down, but mark my words, this guy is value, very good value for that SBC. It's a good card, and off the bench will definitely cause your opponent problems. If you have enjoyed today's video, do me a favour and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.